Hello there, Libra. This is Cindy from the New Moon Tarot. I'm a practicing witch and a tarot card reader. This is a general love reading for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the week of August 10th. If you're a cross watcher, meaning you are with a Libra, please keep in mind that the energy is probably going to be reversed here. And if this one doesn't resonate, Libra, check your natal chart and look at my other readings. One of those may be capturing your energy a little closer. All right. I have my goddess oil out on my candle. I've got my crystals, my rose incense. Today is Venus Day, by the way, if you happen to be witchy at all. So it's a good day to do a love reading. All right, let's get started. Keep in mind that this is a collective reading, and there is a lot of collective energy here. Either you are tempted to have an affair, the person that you were with is tempted, by somebody else, or you are the other person in this scenario. There's temptation here, there's lies, there's self-indulgence, there's a bad ending. I'm just gonna put it all out there. We're gonna look at the present situation, the overall energy, current, your energy, your person's, the advice, and the outcome right now. So we have the devil and we have strength. Now, the devil is one of those temptation cards. It's doing things that are bad for us, and yet we seem to do them anyway. It's overindulging, too much sex and too much, alcohol or doing drugs or lying or, it's just doing things that are not going to be healthy for you in the long run, even though they mean like pleasure in the short term. Now, when combined with strength, and strength is not a bad card, but when it's next to the devil, ugh, not good. You have to look at the cards as a story. Strength is about the physical body. It can also mean emotional strength, and in this case, there's a weakness. It's feeling alive. You can see like she's part lion. This could be a Leo that you're dealing with, or a Capricorn with the devil there, but this is that primal part of yourself that's hungry. It's physical temptation, wanting this person, wanting to touch them, that kind of thing. If you are not the person who is tempted by the affair, this is what that person is going through. They are thinking about this, wanting to indulge themselves, and yeah, that's what's going on. There's that strong desire for somebody else. Now, let's get into the current situation. We have the Three of Pentacles, we have the Sun in reverse, and we have the Hierophant. So the Sun is one of those cards in the upright. It's warmth, it's safety, it's security, it's feeling good. You know that feeling that you get whenever you walk into the sunshine and it's warm on your face? Well, think about a lack of sunshine. It feels cold, feels empty. Feeling alone, darkness, sadness. It's a depression card in some ways in this position. There's the Three of Pentacles, which is wanting to fix it. It can be like, you see how they're repairing something. And with the Hierophant there, that could be a marriage. This is a card that has to deal with institutions. It's education, it's religion, it's, like work and career. And in this case, it's probably a marriage or your ethics and values. If you're bringing in like the spirituality aspect of it. What I'm getting here is someone fixing their sadness in their marriage, or I don't know, like this overall sense of just depression and anxiety and whatever. They're trying to fix it with this devil thing over here. It's indulging yourself and kind of ultimately making it worse. There could be marital problems here with the Hierophant and the Sun in reverse. Whether this is, the person that you're dealing with, if they are married, there are marital problems. In your own marriage, there are some problems here. But a desire to work on them, but, taking like the stupidest route possible to do that. Because, like I said, there's a bad ending here. There's pay attention to the red flags. There is the Empress and the Queen of Pentacles. So, the Queen of Pentacles can mean, in this sense, being like the dutiful spouse, doing the laundry, paying the bills, taking care of, the children, or, the obligations in the home. It's a card about, placing worth in your family and placing worth in doing all of those things. But combined with the Empress, in this particular scenario, what I'm getting here is maybe that longing for that divine feminine energy. The Empress is strongly associated with Aphrodite. It's, beauty and self-care and, feeling gorgeous and like expansion and growth and fertility and all of those things. There may be that kind of desire to be perceived in that way, or someone that you are with is missing this aspect of you. There's a real kind of dichotomy between these two cards, is what I'm getting here. All right. We have the Nine of Swords and the Three of Cups. The Three of Cups in reverse in this position is also indulgent. It's an affair. It's stepping out. With the Nine of Swords, this is someone wanting an affair pretty bad, like they're thinking about it, but specifically they're tempted by it with the Nine of Swords. They haven't acted necessarily, they're worried about the fallout. Or you could be worried that someone that you are with is, stepping out, is indulging themselves. There's worry here, and then there's desire. So, like I said, this is a very collective sort of reading that's going on here. We have the Ace of Wands and the Eight of Swords. Now, the Eight of Swords is self-limiting behavior. It's doing things that are ultimately not going to bring you happiness. Now, I understand temptation, I really do, but this is not going to end well. The Ace of Wands is passion. I mean, when you look at that card, there's a big wand there. I'm just saying. It's passion, it's excitement, it's a spark. The wands are all about fire and passion and creativity and feeling alive, and there's a real desire for that. Or a fear of that if you happen to be the other person in this equation, meaning the person not having the affair. You are fearing that this is what your person is looking for. Or if you're tempted to have an affair, you're kind of tied to it. You're kind of leading yourself astray. All right, let's look at your person's energy. We have attraction. Yeah, there's a strong, like, physical, passionate attraction here. The Seven of Cups is temptation. It's looking at options. Like, you can see his face. He's like, "Ooh, should I pick that cup up? I don't know. Should I?" There's the Knight of Cups, which is, he is like the quintessential knight in shining armor. Don't get caught up in gender. It's poetry and wine and roses and late nights and, spending the night talking to a person and, all of that excitement that comes in like the first part of a relationship. Whenever, I don't know, you can't get enough of a person. Like, in many ways, they're a drug. You have an addiction to that kind of, dopamine thing that's going on. Look at me analyzing this with my counselor background. You know what I mean? There's dopamine going on. We have the Nine of Cups and the Star. So I think that this isn't an affair that has happened yet. The Star is a wish. It's wishing on a star. It's thinking about someone who's out of reach. It's like having a crush on a celebrity that it isn't happening yet. And tying the happiness to that Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups it's satisfaction, let's put it that way. It's having what you want. It can mean a little self-indulgent behavior, doing things that you maybe shouldn't do. Like, this whole reading is full of just too much, you know, doing things that kind of will make you unhappy in the long run, even if they provide short-term happiness. Um, we have the Ace of Swords. Yeah, the truth will come out. The Ace of Swords is a revelation, it's a truth. And you can't keep something hidden for a long time. Eventually, it'll come out. So I think this person is worried about a Six of Swords exit. They're worried about ending a relationship or doing something that would permanently, mess up their lives, like end a marriage, end a relationship. Maybe even like if there's a work thing with that Three of Pentacles, maybe even like end a work or end a job, excuse me, like they might screw up at work and get fired or something. They're worried about endings here. And that Hanged Man is that inertia. I'm hovering between doing what I want to do, what I long to do, and doing what I should do. You can see like her hand is reaching out there almost like, "Ooh, should I take this?" I mean, there's just a temptation vibe here. I mean, look at that Seven of Cups. He's like, "Oh, I really want to pick that up. What should I do?" Well, here's some advice. We have the Ten of Pentacles, we have the Ten of Cups, and we have Learn from Life. So in this scenario, I'm getting, is it worth it? The Ten of Pentacles is a long-term relationship card. It's, sharing a house with someone and finances and joint, checking accounts and taking care of children and all of those things. It's like the business side of a marriage. It's a long-term kind of commitment card. And that Ten of Cups speaks of emotion. That is that long-term happiness that you have with someone. A shared history, along with learn from life. Like I said, like, I see that this is tempting and this is exciting. I don't see love here. I don't see a lot of emotion. I see indulgent. I see sex. I see a quick fix for what ails you or what ails your relationship. I don't see I don't see anything permanent here. Now, if you are the other person, keep in mind that this isn't, someone may be feeding you some lies. You know what I mean? Like they're telling you that, oh, you're the best thing that ever happened to me. I'm falling for you. They want to fall into your bed. That's what I think. All right, let's look at the outcome. If this stays the way it is, we have the Knight of Swords, which is a confrontation. He is running in on that horse and he's going to give somebody some truth. We have the Tower, boom, enough said, burn it all down to the ground. This isn't going to end well in this particular scenario. And we have transformation and change. So ultimately, what would happen out of this is going to be okay. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to transform and things will happen the way that they should happen anyway. But this is a painful way to go about it with the Tower and the Knight of Swords. Like you could transform something without having to go through all this. I'm just saying. So please let me know down below if this resonated at all. Please like and subscribe since I do free weekly readings here on YouTube for all of the signs. And blessed be Libra. Have a good week.